Hi guys, and welcome back to the Nail on Sunday podcast with me, Chris, my smoking hot wife, who I can't pan round to because she joins me on the dark side this episode. She's right here. Her name's Rebecca. You may have seen her before. And we also have a special guest. Let me introduce the special guest to you. This special guest has long dark hair. She's from Italian descent. There once was a rumour that Dad worked in our warehouse, but that's not true because it's not Laura Parisi. It's Lucy Pastorelli. She finally made it to the podcast.
Yay.
Don't touch my
Clap.
god.
Do the claps.
Don't touch my goddamn soundboard.
You can't hear it happen.
I know, but it's happening. It's happening in the world. I'm touching my soundboard. Don't touch my soundboard, okay, please, honey?
Okay.
Okay. That coffee's
tried my
disgusting.
best, right.
Lucy just said before we go on the pod, where's the wine? And we don't have any wine. We just gave her a coffee. Lucy, welcome to the Nail on Sunday podcast.
Thank you for having me.
Oh, wow. Lucy's
Wow.
here. Lucy's here, everyone. She just actually sung the jingle. Not this jingle. We're going to actually scrap our actual real jingle.
We'll use the one that Lucy's just sung for sure.
We're going to do it because it
Did
was...
you use an app to make your current one?
We don't talk about that, Lucy. Due to copyright.
Chris uses AI for absolutely everything.
It's the funniest thing. We used at work, we once downloaded one of these apps that make songs, and we put like when the dust extractor is out of stock, like, and we put someone's email in it, like,
Oh, yeah.
where's my
Seen
dust
that,
extractor?
Seen that.
It's so
Yeah.
funny.
It is so funny.
Right, Lucy, do you want to spill the beans? Why are you here in the order? No, you can't. You can't actually tell
It's a
anyone.
secret. It was a
Top secret mission
Top
today.
secret mission today.
So we are, if you actually joined us on Winner Wednesday on TikTok earlier on today is August 6th. Lucy's here for a very, very special mission. A mission that is coming to you guys soon. I'm going to say end of September?
End of September.
So that's how prepared Nail Order is for a change.
Wow.
Because
And this isn't something even collaborating with the LP brand. This is just your guys thing. And I'm just here to help.
And this is why we like
That's nice.
We like
Yeah.
having friends in the industry. This is good. We really should actually just like help each other, but do it on vacation.
But
Because I find that's better.
Also,
Oh, yeah.
We also might have a collaboration.
Oh, we have also got other stuff in the pipeline.
Yes.
And,
Very exciting.
But today wasn't about that.
It wasn't. It was exciting. It was
Yeah.
hard, but it was exciting.
It was hard.
Mhm.
Right. Okay. That's good to know.
It's tough.
It's tough. Excellent.
Tough.
Excellent. Okay. Normally I say, honey, what have you been up to this week? But you've just given us an idea of what you've been up to this week. You've been doing stuff that's tough.
It's tough stuff.
Okay. More importantly, Lucy, what the heck are we doing after this?
We're going for food, aren't we?
Yeah.
But the thing is, where should we take Lucy?
What we're going to do is we're
You're
going to go
being
to
good.
Southside. We're going to go Southside.
Southside? Okay.
We're just going to see if we can just find... Katie said there's heaps of really cool places. Just loads of them. Just walk and you'll find somewhere good. So that's what we're going to do.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
I'm feeling like gastropub.
Gastropub?
Yeah.
Wow.
I'll tell you what Chris was thinking. He
Right.
said Nando's earlier.
I mean, I would love Nando's, but I don't feel like Nando's is like Lucy vibes.
I'll eat whatever.
Yeah, but I feel like there was
If you had the choice
resistance.
of
I don't
anything.
love it. I wouldn't think, I want to go to Nando's.
Yeah, that's why I didn't think of Nando's.
But
Well,
Chris looks fuming. I will go to Nando's. Honestly, I'll have anything, eat anything.
What about a big, fat, juicy burger?
I'm right off burgers right now.
She's right off him.
Right off.
Right off.
Okay. What about
She sounds more northern today after
Oh.
spending one day with me.
Of course.
That I'm right off him.
Right.
Wow.
Right.
What about a steak and ale pie?
Lucy loves that.
Do I? I didn't have one that time at the pub. I had salad and you all had pie.
Pie.
Okay.
Let me talk about Hendo's for a second.
Oh, right, yeah. That should get a shout out. It's
Hendo's,
sponsored. This podcast is sponsored by Hendo's.
well, I'll tell you something.
It's
right?
right offensive. Honestly, it's so offensive to anyone in Sheffield if you had a pie. If you went to someone's for pie, like let's say your mum's like, oh, do you want to come for dinner? You're like, oh, yeah. And then they do pie and then there's no Hendo's there. You'd be like, I'm not eating it.
I'm going to say something really controversial.
Don't say Liam Perrins
I'm
or
gonna
whatever you're going to say.
that Hendo's is just a watered down Liam Perrins.
You've just offended a whole nation of people. Then.
I mean,
People of Sheffield will stop ordering from you. I mean, serious.
I
Have you
will-
got a big following there? Because you've just, I'd probably edit that out.
I'll counteract it, boys and girls. I will say something. I was introduced to Hendo's a couple of years ago by this girl here. She said, we were actually in a butcher shop, and we were buying pies, and she was like, "Okay, when you go back, you need to get Hendo's sauce, but I don't know if they've got Hendo's Henderson's.
It's like a relish, yeah.
Yeah, I don't know if they've got it there. So let's go buy some." So she maybe go to the Spar and buy some as well. It wasn't a Spar; it was like a local grocery store. And I'll be honest with you, I don't think I've ever had a pie without Hendo's since then.
That's really good.
Shh, doesn't matter if I've had a pie since then.
Yeah.
But I have not.
But that's not the. So it's not lying.
It's not, it is true.
I've had many other things with Hendo's.
You
He likes it.
You can have it in other things. What would you put other things like it? Bloody Mary.
Cheese toasty.
Yeah.
That would be good.
Yeah.
But
Cheese on toast.
Liam Parents is going to pack way more of a punch, though, isn't it?
No,
It's not. It's not as tasty.
it's not. It hits different.
It's not even as dark in colour.
Yeah. Yeah. I'll say something to the people of
I don't know what
Sheffield.
that's called.
I'll say something to the people of Sheffield. I love Hendo's. Don't listen to Rebecca.
Still order from Nail
Still
Order, is it?
Download the Nail Order app. All right. So
And you'll get a free.
A free bottle of Hendo's.
One day you should do like on Yorkshire Day or
No,
something.
you should.
Oh my, yeah, we should.
We should do Scottish Day
should
and
do,
give
like,
snowballs away or cans of Iron Brew.
Yeah, Iron Brew.
we should do like mini Hendo's.
They do.
Do they?
There you go. Why don't you do it?
There you go.
Yeah, on Yorkshire Day, free mini Hendos with every order. It'll change your life. We could put like a little recipe.
Recipe
Yeah,
card.
how cute. How cute's that?
Oh,
Love
wow.
it. People love that stuff.
Let's
Yeah.
clip this up. And if you work at Henderson's and Co or whatever it's called,
This is what
Heads
I
up.
prefer. Let's just talk about random stuff. No, we don't need to talk about nails. We talk about nails all day, every day.
it's very true. It's very true. Nails are quite boring these days. It's just building a bottle. That's all it is. Rubbish.
Or is it?
Or is it?
Oh, God.
Did you see that thing that Amber the nail whisperer did? Like building a bottle. That's what she was talking about on her last TikTok. It was building a bottle isn't building a bottle. It's just watered down builder gel.
That you can brush on.
You're just saying the same as Hendo's as watered
But,
down?
you
Is that
know,
all you say? It's just things are
I
watered
was
down?
ahead of my time when I did nails. Chris was like, what's she gonna say?
Okay, we're back to nails.
Because
Can't wait for this.
we'll go back to Hendo's in a little bit. Right. So when I used to work for a previous company, when it was just gel polish or someone would use or hard gel, which back in the day used to go yellow and pop off,
Yeah.
or you'd have acrylic or you have gel polish, and they brought out what they called a structure gel in clear. Really, it was builder gel in a pot.
Right.
It wasn't hard gel, so you didn't have to put the base. It was basically builder gel in a pot. And I honestly used to just pop it on everyone. And I was so busy, and I think that's how my business grew, because I used that structure gel all those years ago before builder was even a thing. And then obviously,
Well, it's kind of like Cal gel. Remember that?
yeah, but again, it lifted.
I've never used it, so I wouldn't
Are you
know.
allowed to say that?
Yeah.
It just used to lift. It was very temperamental, I feel. Some people still use it. It's like a college brand I saw it as.
Yeah, 100%,
Really?
yeah,
I
yeah.
know. I
Yeah.
always thought Cal gel was more like a biosculpture type
No,
brand.
bio was definitely, in my eyes, it's all just opinion, isn't it? But biogel to me was always very like high end.
High end.
But then you'd have to put this on and that on, and it doesn't, and you can't use a cuticle oil because it doesn't like it, and you've got to go darker with every, years ago, remember with biogel, you had a colour and you had to go darker with every set or something you had. I don't know, I might be wrong.
I've never used either of them,
But-
but I agree with you. Like, I've always seen like biosculpture
Whereas-
like high end.
Yeah, and
I
you
thought
had to
Cal
go
gel
and
was the
do
same.
a specific course, and they'd come in these pots which were like £1 million. But then you could go this other company, gel polish company, clear gel in a pot, builder gel, whacked it on everyone, nails lasted forever. And then
I think one of the things I find about gels, especially like my sister went to do beauty at college like 20 years ago. And what you find is there are certain brands that cater to certain areas in certain colleges. So you might associate that brand with a college, and usually if it's associated with college, it usually means it's lesser quality.
It's not lesser quality. It's just it tends to be more readily available.
Mass produced type thing. Yeah.
Not mass, but just I don't know. Just more. I don't know. More readily available.
What's the like the essential oil massage company that's always
Oh, yeah.
sound system one?
No, it was-
Lotus.
Lotus. That's no, not even Lotus. There's one that all the colleges use.
I don't want to say, like, are we allowed to, because when I went to college, obviously only a couple of years ago,
4 decades have passed.
in my day, back in the war, they used a brand called Eve Taylor.
Oh, that's the one I'm
yeah.
talking about, yeah.
We used Steve Taylor in the salon
And-
actually not that long ago, like But
Yeah, it was
when
good.
we shut the salon, we were still using Eve Taylor for facials.
Because they did the nice candles
Yes,
that
yeah,
you burn the
Complimentary.
wax and you can use it as an oil.
massage, yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe we
Great
should
idea.
bring them back.
Maybe we
Oh,
should.
God.
Had it here first. Trademark.
But that's the thing. Sometimes I think you associate certain things with certain people. You know, certain nail techs use certain products, so you associate with them. That's why sometimes it's like getting like into bed with brands can be quite detrimental sometimes.
I think as well, look how broad the industry is. Look how many companies that do well.
Yeah.
It goes back to this, like, use whatever you want. There's enough room for everyone. There's something for everyone. And there's room for everyone.
I want to cast my mind and all the listeners' mind back to 2022. It was January, it was freezing cold, and this was before we moved to the warehouse we're in. And I was sorting through bucket loads of merch that just come in, because we used to do tons of merch in Nail Order. I was listening to a podcast. The podcast was Shan's podcast. And I was listening to this gal from Yorkshire, Lucy, talking, like spitballing some of the best things I've ever heard. And one of the things that's my first introduction to Lucy Pastorelli.
Wait, but no, when we nailed was in the academy.
Yeah. And one of the things I took away from that is two things, actually. One, you were always talking about how, like, the industry is so vast and there's so many nail techs, especially after COVID, that there is room for everyone. Every brand there is room for right now.
Mm-hmm.
And
Clearly.
Second one, always do your taxes. Always do your confirmation statement. It was one of the things you said at the very end of that. Yeah. And that is very true. That is very true. Always do your confirmation
That's
statement.
like the most sensible thing I've ever heard Lucy say.
And I'm going to I promise, and I guarantee you, if we go back and listen to it.
Right, so the reason I said that first one, because when I started by doing nails, and then I started teaching nails for a company, and then I wanted to do it for myself, so I did. And I can remember someone saying, so you're teaching other people your trade. I was really busy teaching, and they were like, well, really looked down the nose at it. And I was like, well, they're going to learn somewhere. They're either going to pay me the money and learn with me, or go elsewhere to do it anyway.
It's so narrow-minded.
And then also there's all these, don't you ever think, like, you go into like somewhere, like let's say a supermarket, I was going to say a pub, but you go into a pub and you see all those people there and you don't recognise anyone. Yeah. So they're all potential people that then could come to you, have the nails done. There's all these people everywhere. So why would you then think, oh, I wouldn't teach and grow that side of my business just in case I teach someone becomes successful and takes a client? Good, I'll have an hour off. It just baffled me that that's people's mindset.
It's
and
about
also
gatekeeping, isn't it?
Yeah, gatekeeping, and I think that with brands as well. If I see someone do something similar, I promise you, it affects me for 10 minutes. Then I'm like,
yeah,
and you can't let it.
I think see in an industry like nails, I would say like nails can be quite a flippant in that industry. You know, some people would like dip in just for a couple of years. And they do nails.
Just gulped.
That's fine. We'll edit it out, or we'll just leave it in. We'll add that to the jingle. But what you find is some people might just do nails. I hate saying just do nails, but just do nails while they're at college or while they're at university or while they're studying for something. And then they go off and do their other career. So why not just take advantage of that short amount of time that you've potentially got that person as a student?
But also, if you're training someone, you're directly benefiting. They're paying you to teach them.
100%.
Especially then when you have you do more advanced courses, art class, all these different seasonal courses or whatever. But then also when you've got a brand, then they're buying into the brand. Yeah. For me, it just made sense. But obviously to other people, they can't. So again, everyone sees things different as well, which is good because then that's what makes everyone different.
Yeah.
So it makes the world go around.
But also, right, you can't buy experience. So yes, you're teaching somebody else, but you have, say, 10 years experience behind you. They're not going to be better than you by next week. Do you know what I mean? It's not the way it works.
No.
Everybody's got to put their time in.
Not only that as well is, say for instance, I was thinking to myself, I want to learn nails. Oh, and that girl who's up and coming, she's really like rocking our town, you know? She learned from Lucy. That's exactly who I'm
That's
gonna
exactly
learn.
what happened.
Yeah.
And also when it comes to clients, it's all about the chat. They came.
Yeah.
It is though. It is.
They came for the chat. I did some people's nails for some of my clients for 12, 14 years. So you've grown up with them really. Mm-hmm. People have got married, had children. They're not going to go somewhere down the road because they're $5
cheaper.
If
Nah.
either cheaper
Yeah.
or maybe they think, oh, look at the quality, they're even better. They're like, no, I actually like the relationship that I've built with somebody.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, it's funny, like we had clients who would come to the nail salon, get nails done by Rebecca, maybe get their brows done by Rebecca.
Yeah.
They've maybe trained to become a nail tech and then they buy from us. You know?
Yeah,
They've
that's what
done,
I mean,
full
yeah,
circle,
client.
Yeah.
You know?
Mm.
It's wild. They don't come and visit us anymore. They just get stuff delivered to them. You know what you're talking about.
You know who you are.
Come and visit us here in Paisley. You can do.
Can you? Because I've just tried to get in that shop a couple of times by mistake and not come next door,
Yeah.
and it seems to be locked.
It seems to be locked. It's because it's after 502. So actually, in this pod, we actually brought Lucy here for a decent reason. We want to talk about equipment because Lucy, you obviously specialise in lots of different parts of equipment when it comes to nail things. Rebecca's been harping on recently about lamps and stuff like that. So take it away, Rebecca.
Let's talk about lamps first, right? I'm going to say something, and I think every nail tech listening should really focus on this. The most important piece of equipment, the number one piece of equipment that you will invest in as a nail technician is your lamp. As a gel technician specifically, if you do not have a working lamp, you cannot do your job at all. You can just about do anything as long as you have a lamp. Do you know what I mean? You can make anything work. But your lamp is the most important part to make your services last as long, to cure your gels, and to provide a safe service as well. We get asked so often, oh, have you tested this lamp, or can I use this lamp? Just buy the lamp that the brand is recommending. And if you're thinking to yourself, I really can't afford it, this is going to be maybe really harsh, but you maybe can't afford to be a nail tech. Like, it's the most important thing that you are going to invest in is your lamp.
All I'll say is, when it comes to, like, for instance, our Lumi Spark is, I would say, a middle-of-the-road priced lamp. At the end of the day, it's a night out. It's not even a night out.
£139.
It's a takeaway and a night out. Like, how much is like, I know, like, a bottle
Oh
of wine.
my God, taxis are so expensive now.
If you had a night out, it would cost you 140 quid, 100 quid.
Yeah. Do you know what I mean? It is wild.
If we get a takeaway between two of us, you're 50 quid.
Yeah.
Especially if you're drinking spicy margs as well.
And that's the thing. It's like people will not do the night out, but they will not buy the gel lamp.
We've had people contacting us recently who are really, in the same breath, asking us about lamps. I can't afford to buy a lamp. Can you recommend something else? But then in the exact same email, really concerned about allergies. And it's like, you can't have it both ways. If you're really concerned about allergies, your number one concern should actually be the lamp that you're using. Even more over than the product that you're using, because as long as the lamp is curing whatever product is efficiently, then the product is no longer dangerous. All gels are dangerous in their uncured form, because that's how they can be absorbed into the bloodstream. If they're appropriately cured, they're not dangerous anymore.
I saw, it must have been a TikTok video, Instagram reel of a lady explaining how allergies happen, how the uncured gel seeps into your bloodstream, and that's how we become allergic. It was so, you've probably done a podcast just on that, but how she put it in like 30 seconds was perfection. And it really does hit home on the importance of that. So, right, put it this way. Okay, you spend your life building your client base up. So you've got a full business now. You're fully booked. You know where you are with like finances every month. But then those clients become allergic.
Yeah.
Invest in the lamp, because your uncured gel is potentially going to cost you your clients. So if you charge, let's say £40, and that client comes to you every 3 weeks, do it for one of your clients.
Yeah.
Because you're paying that back after 4 appointments.
Yeah. But you've always used quality lamps. I know what lamp you used previously.
I've
A very
always had the
expensive
best,
lamp.
and I had 2. I always had the best lamp that you could buy, like it looked like turbo. And all the staff did as well. It also, they're the tools of that's the tool of your trade. I'd say about anything. It's on your nail desk. People are paying for a professional service. So it's like when you talk about e-files, that's something after lamps that you should look to invest in. You can get them from Argos or Amazon for literally £30. There's a huge difference, and there's a reason why. There's multiple reasons why. But also, why should your client be paying you for a premium service when you're using home equipment.
This is exactly what we just talked about recently. We
So
said
it's
like how it's so
important.
devaluing. Like,
Yeah, it's devaluing yourself.
yeah, we compared it on a podcast recently to imagine you sat down to get your hair dyed, right, at the hairdresser.
Oh, they got a box.
Oh, but it's exactly the analogy we use. They bring out a box of Clairol and you're like, hang on a minute. Like, okay, they're going to be able to apply it better than you are, right? But at the end of the day, your psyche is saying, well, why am I paying for something like professionally that I could just do myself at home?
Well, you wouldn't.
Yeah, exactly. It's not to say the hairdressers, they're going to do it better. The nail technician's going to probably do it better, even if it's with like at-home products. But it's still the psyche of the customer.
Yeah. When I first started, just obviously, what's this got to do with anything really? It's just what I did. I bought 12 colours, hardly any colours, but had the best lamp.
Mm-hmm. People don't have that opinion now, though. They are like the opposite way around.
Yeah, and
How often would you change your lamps? Because we were just talking about this before we came on.
Well, I was told it lasted so many hours. So I worked out how many sets I used to do a week and then how long it would last. And I'd really invested in my lamp. So it was a good one. But every couple of years, I'd say.
Yeah.
Every 2 years.
That's really where we should be. And that's the thing people like. I seen somebody recently and they'd said, oh, it was a Sun UV lamp. I've had it for 4 years.
So they've paid
30, 40 quid and you've had it. It's not going to be efficient anymore. If you'd had a Lumi lamp, one of our lamps for 4 years, I would be saying right now, stop using that lamp and buy a new one. Like it's no longer effective. Like when you get the sunbeds and they get retubed.
Oh yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
A huge shame, isn't it? Like, you're just devaluing your own treatment. So you could be so amazing at your job and then you're devaluing yourself by having a 35, 55 pound lamp and keeping it for 4 years. Like,
I know.
Well, here's one thing I spoke to a customer about recently. I was in the shop, so hopefully she is listening because I was taken aback.
Send her a link.
So she said that she used this brand's lamp. Basically, it's a Sun UV lamp. And see, when I tried to explain to her that they're relatively inexpensive lamps because they are just spread out. They're just mass lamps, you know. One of the things
they're not quality made lamps. If you just look at the number one thing that people say when they come into the shop or they're a student or whatever and they feel our lamp at niche, actually heavy, they would pick it up and they go, whoa, like they'd be so surprised at the weight of the lamp. And I know I was as well because we use the Sun UV lamps and we're not here saying that, you know, that Sun UV lamps are terrible or this, that, and the next thing. We're saying use a lamp that your brand is recommending. And we use, like we've talked about 100 times
Maybe
before.
would you say there's a place for everything like we were saying earlier?
Yeah.
Maybe if you started working on yourself first, wanting to build up your clients, you're just working on friends and family, you're not using Builder Gel yet.
Yeah.
Maybe to really begin with, it's okay. But once you start charging professionally, value yourself and your own equipment.
Yes.
It's kind of like when you pass your driving test.
You're not
going to get a Porsche.
You're not going to get a Porsche right away, but you're also like, as soon as you you get good at it, the last thing you want is to be riding your bike anymore. You know,
Yeah.
you want to get a decent car that's going to get you around. You know, it's going to get you to work, and you're going to turn up in your Ford. I was going to say Ford Escort, but they've been around for a year.
Wow, how old are you? But yeah, we used them in the salon. We've talked about it 100 times before, but the difference was that number one, we weren't doing much Builder Gel because we were mostly full cover tips. Number two, we were doing Builder Gel. We weren't extending or creating high apexes. It was applied relatively thin. And number three, and most importantly, we replaced them probably every 3 months.
Oh, did you?
Yeah, because
quite wasteful.
It was really wasteful, but the girls would just get them so mucky, and I wouldn't want that to be a representation of the salon. I'm like, that's got to go, or something would start happening, a bit, it would flicker or whatever. Just replace it. They're only 40 quid, whatever it is. But in hindsight, would I do that? No, now absolutely.
No, you'd invest.
But people ask us all the time, why haven't you tested that lamp? Why is that not on your list? And again, we've talked about this a million times before. That was the number one lamp that we wanted to get tested when we started getting gels tested with our lamp. No, started getting lamps tested with our gels way back when. But we were advised by an independent chemist, nothing to do with lamps. It's not going to benefit them either way what lamps we test. In fact, it would have benefited him more to say, yeah, I'll test that lamp, because he would have got paid for that, the testing of that lamp, because we would pay per colour.
Yeah, per colour.
Per colour, per lamp.
Per lamp. It's so for people to say, why didn't you have this lamp tested, like a different brand with your brand? Why on earth would you make such thousands and thousands?
Big brands aren't doing it, but people don't hold them to the same. But
it doesn't even matter if they hold it to anyone. Who doesn't matter what size your brand is. Like, it's, why would you ever do it anyway? Why would you put that investment into someone else's machine as a company? Like, you, Nail Order, have tested your lamp against your products That's what you're obligated to do.
That's
Why
obligation,
would you then put thousands of pounds into
We wanted to have some tested to try and help nail technicians
Yeah,
because it's
I
expensive.
get that.
But like you said, the word there is obligation. We have no obligation to do that. If we do that,
It's off on back.
excellent.
Yeah.
But we have no obligation. But we were told by this guy, I would not recommend testing the lamps because they're so inconsistent from lamp to lamp. So, for instance, we could, and it's always best to do testing with a brand new lamp, right? So we could buy a brand new lamp straight out of the box. He does a testing, yeah, it passes, it achieves appropriate cure. But then the next lamp out of a box or the lamp that the client has is not actually going to be effective enough because it's just inconsistent quality from lamp to lamp, you know? So... yeah.
I guess that's what you pay for too.
That's what you pay for. Just look at the quality. Just look at the outside of it,
quality,
or the inside.
yeah.
Like you can see the difference in the materials.
It's hard to put into context for other products, and I keep thinking of like I always think, how can I compare this to like
Same.
an everyday product?
Yeah.
But it's almost like, you know, sometimes when you get an electric toothbrush and you buy one of the cheap ones, you go from a manual toothbrush to an electric toothbrush and you buy one of the cheap ones, and it runs out after a week, you know, and you need to charge it, and then it runs out after a week. And then you switch up to one of the big
Well,
brawn
like it runs
ones.
out after a day. Like eventually the battery gets worse and worse and worse.
Or you switch up to one of the brawn ones, and it lasts like flipping 3 months on a single charge, you know? It's so hard to put into context for you guys to understand. But what you have is it's not the look of the lamp from the outside, it's the components within. It's the soldering, it's the thickness of the gauge of the wires.
Yeah,
the
that's like
cables.
with the e-file, like to look at an e-file, the e-file is the handpiece. So
A lot of people look at the unit. So let's talk about e-files now. It's a good.
because they look at the unit and they think,
Oh, that's the
that
same.
looks really similar and that one's half the price. But actually, the handpiece is really fat. So in a handpiece of an e-file, how you can tell, usually, not always, but I'd say 9 times out of 10, you can tell the quality of an e-file depending on the thickness of the handpiece.
That's what I always look at now because Lucy taught us that.
So if the handpiece is really thick, it means it needs air vents around the components, which are plastic, which wear down. There's not much longevity there. And it also means because they're plastic and wearing down, the machine can overheat. So when you remove your drill bit, it overheats. And because the plastic components that are wearing down easily, your clients are going to feel so much more vibration. It puts people off straight away. From a sensory point of view, it's really loud, which a lot of clients, again, don't like. However, a thin handpiece indicates to you that it's made of complete metal components. So again, the longevity is so much better. You can have that machine serviced. It's a professional machine, which is, it's not going to make that loud noise. It's not going to make your clients pull away straight away. They're going to feel at ease having that treatment done.
Now, Lucy probably hasn't. Well, maybe you have in your
Yeah,
testing, but I have
course.
literally had e-files that have cost $14.99
Yeah.
right through to hundreds of pounds.
Yeah.
And I have tried everything in between from before I met Lucy. And I can tell you there is a humongous difference. And I told you this
Huge.
before. Like I was like, oh, the e-file that I have right now is Lucy's one's never going to beat that by UP2000, which was a fantastic model for what
I
it
can
was.
actually remember
The
it like a
purple
big,
box.
yeah.
For its day, the best quality one that you could get. They were like over £400.
Yeah.
Really good quality. But as soon as I used Lucy's for the first time, I was like, oh my God, that is nice.
I remember Rebecca coming home like after that training week, and you were up, and she was trying to explain to me, and she was like, "You need to feel them like night and day." She was like, "It feels like a Rolls Royce wheel. You know, you have the little round things that don't move." She was like, "That's what it feels like. It almost feels like it's not on."
Like that's it. And when we put them on and like show people in the shop and turn it on, they're like, "Oh my God, you can't even hear it. You don't even know it's on."
I know, and that's a huge shame again when you see professional nail techs that they're charging their clients and using something so like just, I don't know, I want to say substandard.
Yeah.
And then you know that they're scared to use an e-file. I don't use an e-file. And I think it's nothing to do with the e-file. Using an e-file itself, it's the one that you're actually using. It just makes such a difference.
Would you say that the bits though are more important than the body? Like if you had to, right, you had to choose, you're either going to buy your e-file itself from Amazon and your bits from a professional like supplier like yourself, or you're going to buy the unit from a professional supplier like yourself and say the bits from Amazon. Which one are you going to do?
You can't.
You got to choose one. Choose one.
Can't. You can't choose one. It's like pie without head and nose, Becca. Right, listen.
From experience.
No, let me tell you. Seriously, you can't, because the e-file is the drive behind the drill bit. What makes it makes that drill bit work over the nail plate, like seem like just no vibration, so much more comfortable. It's going to not cause damage because it's gliding across. It's removing skin as it should. If you use something like you're saying, $14.99, you're not going to have that. You're going to feel vibration. You're going to feel
it has zero torque. I mean, zero.
Yeah,
Zero.
like literally it's going nowhere. You put it on the nail like, yeah.
Stops.
It's like Torvalandine on ice. You remember them?
You can't have one or the other. So then the drill bits though are the I won't say the equipment but the thing that's touching the natural nail and skin equally as important. So interesting. Do you know if you were to buy the diamond dust drill bits, what you prep with? So they're what you use on the skin and the nail plate. So arguably.
Yep.
Arguably.
Wow.
Wow. The most important thing really, because that's coming into contact with the nail and skin. The diamond dust drill bits quite often when you buy them off from like AliExpress, Amazon, eBay, are made from crushed glass. So they cause micro tears in the nail, in the surrounding skin. Again, would then cause the skin, it's almost like trauma, grow back thicker every time your client comes back. And then a lot of the time they don't have the grit bands on them. So you've got no idea what strength of grit you're using on a nail, and it could be made from glass, like it's damaging. So I'd say I couldn't say.
I've used the terrible quality ones before because I used to be one of those people that, oh my God, they're just trying to like sell you something, and the e-file bits, they're all the same. So I would just
I like how she does an American accent.
Because she's so like from the shore. Yeah.
I was just arrogant, right? So I was.
I'm so sorry to all of our Sheffield customers and everyone from America.
No, but no.
I'm sorry. Like
Just who else you want to offend?
Yeah, Jesus.
No, okay, it's fine. We're not offended.
Yeah, so I've used them, and honestly, they're terrible. And the quality,
The drill bits?
yeah, terrible.
Yeah, you
terrible.
can't, it doesn't do anything.
Doesn't do anything.
It shines the nail
Nothing.
up or destroys it.
It just does nothing.
And then the e-files themselves sound like they're going to take off, puts your clients off
Never
straight
mind
away.
the brown sanding bands.
No.
Oh, you ever used the brown sanding bands?
Any colour.
Any colour.
This is a really...
Was it
really good
about
point.
the zebra file thing that I taught you?
Yeah.
Go on.
But it's really... I already knew it, but you can just say it better.
Oh yeah, but now I can't really remember because we're not like
So,
in the mode. About the titanium.
When
dioxide.
a nail file or a sanding band is not the grey
Zebra?
and white, the zebra grit, the quality is lower.
It's covered in, is it titanium dioxide? I want to say
So
it's
what
off the top of my head.
Yeah, because it's coated, it doesn't prep as well, but it also creates more friction on the nail plate and generates a lot more heat. So some companies that are selling the coloured sanding bands say it generates less dust. Yeah, because it's not prepping as well because it's coated.
You always want zebra. Like we looked at the whole.
Oh yeah, if anyone was going to have pink nail files,
it would be
come
us.
on.
Yes.
Yeah, if you could have pink on one side and black on the other, can you imagine? You'd be selling them all day,
Oh my
every
God,
day,
yeah.
but it jeopardizes the quality.
Exactly.
So you might think, ooh, these sanding bands are lovely. They're this lovely color. Actually, it's really, really not beneficial.
Not at all. You want zebra all the way.
Zebra or nothing.
Zebra and nothing.
When it comes to that is what it is. You want quality versus.
Do you know what? That was
aesthetic.
one thing that, like, I would cut corners on lots of things when we had the salon in terms of trying to like save cost, bulk buy, etc., etc. But in nail files, I never would. We used the NSI Dura files, and nothing to me could come close to like its durability, how long it would last, how effective it was. So that's when we brought out our nail files. I know you have the same nail files as we do.
I
had
can remember
to
Rebecca
replicate
sending
them.
me to like a local place to always get them, and I used to hate it because they're so bloody expensive.
NSI, yeah.
And I would be like, you surely can get these cheaper online. And
Like
she'd be like,
not this
"Doesn't make a
quality,
difference."
not this quality, not that they would like last. Like just so good.
It makes a huge difference.
It does. It really does.
So, Lucy,
How often should you change your e-file?
that's what I was going to ask.
Oh, was it? Sorry. I
hush
thought
your
you were
mouth?
going on to the next bit.
Never, but there's different options. Again, this is really important when you're looking at an e-file. So if you look on our website, you can buy all the individual components for our e-file. So like I've said earlier, the e-file itself really is the handpiece because that's where the motor is located. So we sell dust caps. We recommend that you use them. It stops dust going into the handpiece. It stops the motor breaking down. So we'd always recommend them. But over time, dust is going to start to wear down the motor slightly. How you'd know is you can feel a slight little bit of vibration. You can hear the motor working. So you can send it off for a service with us. We have it for 48 hours. It extends your warranty by 6 months. Or you can buy a brand new handpiece at literally near enough cost to us. And that gives you basically a new e-file, because like I've said a million times, the e-file is the handpiece.
You might even get up to 4 years out of a quality e-file.
Yeah, I think so. We recommend a service every 12 to 18 months. It just keeps it, it's like a car. It keeps it running at its best ability.
You've got to remember the difference with a lamp is the bulbs will be wearing out over time and they are not replaceable. So that is a difference between like a lamp and an e-file.
Yeah, with e-file, there's more separate components. And the service, because it's got literally my name on it, when they come in and they're all like, the plastic might be a bit cloudy and this and that, like we don't replace the actual body, but the
charging base.
Yeah, the charging base.
I always get that really, really mucky.
Honestly, if the charging base is all gross, or we always like clean them up. If the wire looks a bit worn, put a new wire on it. It's definitely worth it when you go on holiday. Send your e-file to a little Sheffield holiday.
Oh, that's a great
Send your
shout.
e-file on
Well, you're
holiday.
on holiday, send your e-file. That's a good shout. I'd love to be able to do it with lamps, and I've repaired a lot of lamps. Customers can be quite hard on the lamps, and they'll send them back like this is.
Oh yeah, because they're
faulty.
using them on the floor with feet and stuff, and
And the minute I've repaired and taken them apart,
it's the gel. Customers are really clumsy and they just whack their hand in, and especially if they get a wee bit of gel on the sensor, then the sensor stops working.
Weren't you like, seriously? You've got one job.
yeah.
Just please put your hand in the lamp, and they're like, "Oops," and I'm like, "Oh."
Yeah, I'm gonna have to clean that.
I roll.
I would love to do it, but that's a great shout. Being able to just plan these things out. Do you know what I mean? Just I'm going to go on holiday for a couple of weeks. Send it to you guys. Get the
Back
service.
by the time you're back.
Yeah.
6-month warranty.
Yeah.
It's not expensive either. Don't ask me how much it is, but it's not that.
Yeah. Save money with code nail order.
So e-file bits, they need replaced regularly as well. And I think this is one thing, and I was definitely guilty of this myself.
Everyone is.
Not realizing you just use it. You'd use it until you dropped it and you bent it, or it was completely blunt. But they need replaced regularly. Diamond bits especially.
Yeah, because when you get a new one, you're like, juicy, look at all that skin that's just come off. And really, you should be offering that every service. You know what I used to do? People obviously are more regimented, realise when they've ordered them, how often they should replace and put an alarm on the phone. Someone said before, all these different ideas. But what I used to do is always have 2. And when I was gravitating towards a new one, my subconscious must have known that one was old.
Yeah. Yeah.
You see what I mean?
Yeah.
It's always having a backup.
Yeah, I always,
Always.
when we have we have 2 sales a year like you guys.
Yeah.
There's, I think, £7 for your prep bits. That one prep bit can last you 3 months for a busy full-time nail tech. If you think about using an e-file is so cost effective as part of your service when it comes to consumables, because if you think about your files and buffers, think using an e-file removal bit, the most expensive one we sell is the German-made ones. They're £25. Absolutely unbelievable. If you've not used one, they are the best. And you can use them, I'd say, up to 4 months for every removal.
Well, that's wild.
Think about a hand file being £1 each.
Yep.
You'd be going through one a day if you're debulking and
Also,
removing.
hand files have plastic in them as well. So, the core is made of plastic.
Wasteful.
Wasteful.
Just the word of the day. Wasteful.
Wasteful.
4 months. That is unreal.
Yeah. They are.
So, I mean, that's the thing. You could probably break this down if you had the nail order app. You could open your app, you could go to the pricing calculator, you could put in, you could put in Lucy's stuff. It's not just nail order stuff. But if you think about it, if you're doing, I don't know, say 25 clients a week, and you're doing that for over a month and you're working 5 days, I can't even do that kind of math. But I'm pretty sure.
Pennies.
Yeah, I'm sure that's literally pennies per customer, you know?
And with a good quality drill bit, again, the product glides.
Mm-hmm.
It's like a knife through butter to remove that product.
Yeah.
So
Saves
nice
on
to
your
work
wrist.
with.
Exactly.
Oh, yeah, it takes the pressure off your body. You know when people know the drill bits are ready for replacing because they can feel the pressure again on the shoulders, on the body, on the neck.
Yeah.
So that's how taxing it can be. If you think you're literally like that all day, my posture is so bad from years of doing nails. It affects your health so bad. Also, you can definitely fit at least one more client into your day if you use an e-file.
Timing, yeah.
So if you charge £35, I'm with my pen. If you charge £35 a set, and you work a 5-day week and you can fit one more client into each day, that's just under £9,000 extra income a year from introducing an e-file into your service.
Look at that return on investment. That return on investment. By the time you add an e-file, your prep kit.
So our most popular selling kit, it's under £250.
There you go.
You can literally earn that back in less than 2 weeks.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
It's a no-brainer.
And it takes all the pressure off your body, and you enjoy your job a little bit more again, because it's not like, oh God. You know, a client comes in and says, actually, I want my nails really short today. And you're like, actually, you're 10 minutes late. And I don't want to do that. With an e-file, you're like, yeah, fine. Yeah.
Easy.
When Rebecca and I first got into nails, this was kind of weird. We worked in like a non-standard salon. We had the other half of the salon.
It was a non-standard salon.
Doing the fish pedicures. And anytime there was some downtime, we used to like go practice like how to use the e-file. We had no one showing us originally, you know. Well, the guy was there. He was like, "Yeah, this is how you do it." It was all sanding bands, and it was all just to rough up the nail. And I remember, again, when Rebecca came home from your training course, she was like, "Wait till I show you this." Now, I'll be honest with you, Lucy. My cubicles are my friends.
Your cubicles.
Rafi, who works for us, Laura's dad, he calls them his cubicles because some do my cubicles.
I hate people touching my cuticles.
They look so bad, by the way.
They look great.
This hand, not so bad. That hand.
Okay, I'm working in boxes
Not the
all
one.
day. And I swear to goodness, she started like, and I thought she was going to start hacking them the way she used to do. She didn't. It just felt nice. It felt tolerable.
How about when we did the pedi on you and you fell asleep?
Literally, I was up and down the country that day trying to buy my son a car, and I can
I can remember that.
Yeah, and I can remember coming in to you guys, and Bailey jumped up on my leg, and somebody did the e-file on me, the e-pedi on me, and dear God, I wish somebody would do that to me more often.
E-pedi is, I think, the secret to the industry. People don't understand how effective it is. You can get rid. How many people? I'd say everybody has had a pedicure and been disappointed with the amount of hard skin that's been taken away. Every single time you're like, oh.
Why is that still there?
Yeah, but with an e-pedi, you can remove the majority of it. Yeah, you just never, what?
Shoe size.
Exactly, you can. It's like a wedge.
Yeah. I would say, like, if you know, that way sometimes like you're doing nails and everything else and you're quite consistent with it, your diary's relatively full, but you always think to yourself, maybe I should go learn how to do a brow wax, you know, just to add an extra thing in to fill up your diary. I think she's been able to offer a pedicure, and like an e-pedi I think is one of the best because it's for the most part dry. Is that right?
I was going to say it's waterless, so even if you don't have plumbing, like how
And a
good-
couch, you know, like an old school couch, like.
Yeah. Just get somebody to prop their feet up. Honestly, I swear to goodness, like that is one of the best treatments I've ever had.
A lot of people are really scared of doing toes though. They're like, oh, I don't know if I'm
I
qualified
know, I
to
find
do
that really
toes.
strange.
Yeah, I find it
You
really
know, I like doing toes. I think, oh, all that skin juicy.
Juicy.
But with
Slap some Hendos on that. Sorry.
Wow.
Sorry, Hendos fans.
yeah, they won't sponsor us if you're not careful, Chris. Well, they're not going to now. Becca's said all those mean things.
Don't worry, I'll beep all that out.
So, the e-pedi, I think it's so prescriptive. Is that made up term?
No,
you know what I
that's
mean, though. You can actually do like a block booking kind of situation. And how many men, I think, are in work boots suffering day in, day out, and they wouldn't ever have it done. But you could really promote that in your business and say, you know, it definitely is different because if some clients have got really extreme cracked heels, but if they're happy to keep up with their aftercare, they could have literally 3 appointments. You'd probably do it on a 4 to 6 basis. But after the first one, they feel the difference. But after 2 or 3, it's a significant difference. And after up to 6, I'm talking baby smooth, perfect feet. And that would change some people's lives. Also, I think some people are embarrassed by cracked heels. You know, if they're on like a escalator and then they've got like, was that on an advert or something? I feel like that's in my brain.
I feel like
maybe you've just seen loads of cracked
I feel
heels.
like it happened to me. I feel like I remember walking upstairs. We were on a cruise ship, right? And we had some friends behind us. And one of the girls, she was a doctor, and she was like, "Oh, Chris, you should probably go like see about that." And I was like, "Cracked heels? Jesus Christ!" So embarrassed.
Oh, really?
Are
That's
you ever
not...
having a really bad cracked heel?
Yeah.
You hid it from me. Sort it out yourself. He does love to shave his feet.
So, but that's what I mean. I think that it would, I don't know, if you've already got an e-file as well, you already do toes, you could be like, chuck us an extra 15 quid and I'll whiz you that skin off.
No, but honestly, the thing is, right, see if Rebecca gave me more than 25 minutes off a week, I would actually go probably get my feet done more than any other treatment because my feet are terrible. And I wear the
More
same
than
pair
your
of
brows and
trainers.
lashes.
Yeah, I wear the same pair of trainers every single day.
We're skirting over that.
I wear the same pair of trainers every day. I'm in the warehouse. I'm running up and down racking. I probably do. I
They're
don't know.
new to what I've seen before. Usually
Yeah.
have bright pink ones on.
Yeah, I've
Invested.
I've invested in new trainers. I had to.
I have actually.
Yeah, I like your trainers.
Yeah.
I really like them.
Oh, they're very cool. Lucy's always, honestly, she's the bougiest, coolest person I
How
know.
crazy is this? Since I've lost weight, my feet have gone down like half the
mine.
size.
My sister bought me some size 7 boots recently because I was usually a size 7 and now they're too big. You're size 7 as well, right?
Well, it was 6.5, but I had to buy 7, but now I'm a 6.
Right, okay, so that's the exact
If
same
anyone
situation that I'm
Yeah.
in. Yeah.
See, if
But now
somebody gave me a
these
pedicure, I'd get down to a size 12.
Everybody
We
saw,
already know about you.
everybody saw you in my shoes on TikTok, okay?
Oh, crap, yeah. Size 9. Okay, size 9, boys and girls.
So yeah, worth investing in e-file
Definitely.
for a multitude of reasons.
And a lamp.
See the e-file pedi course,
e-pedi.
e-pedi course. How much is that? Do you know? Off the top of
I
your
think it's £60
head? 60 quid for a course?
Online.
online.
Do you know
But
what I
you
mean?
can do it in person as well.
Yeah.
And I do the feedback.
See, this is one of the things. Do you know what I mean? It's 60 quid. Now, within a couple of treatments, you're done. You don't-
Literally 2.
and you don't have to do it all year. You just
In
advertise
fact,
it.
depends where you live because how much are you charging for a pedicure?
Some people might charge 60 quid or more.
I really hope it's £60.
I think, no, I'm pretty sure your online one is £60.
I
And then
know,
your
I think-
in-person one is the same price as your e-file.
Yeah, but so many people opt to do the online. You can do it at your own.
I think if you're already
And
qualified.
and all you do is the assessment is just record a full treatment and send it to us.
There you go. Perfect. You
We assess it, and only a couple of times really I've said the issue is if anyone's wanting to do the e-pedi course, get someone with cracked heels so I can see you doing all the techniques. That's often the only thing when people work on a perfect foot, and I'm like, I want to give you help when you're working on a crusty one.
If you're in the PA 1 to 5 postcode, just hit me up. I'll come be your I'll come be your model.
Yeah.
Okay, let's move on to hand tools.
Yeah.
Really important to invest in good quality
Oh
hand tools.
yeah. Don't you
Yes.
think?
What do you think is the most important hand tool to invest in?
I would say what you're cutting with.
That I would agree.
So with your nippers or scissors,
Yeah, totally.
you can feel the quality as soon as a tool is in your hand. I think a secret weapon for getting that perfect finish, you know, when your clients come with that Instagram nail everything's perfect around the cuticle area, it's a good pusher.
I would
And
agree.
it's one that's hoofed over a little bit. And in my classes, I'm like, oh, well, because you can do the LP e-file course with any e-file. I mean, if they come with a different one, they usually end up borrowing one of mine. But they can attend with any e-file. You don't have to invest. But the only thing I say on the course is about a cuticle pusher. And if a student turns up with one from like off Amazon, a couple of pounds, they'll say, try this. And it's the one thing that makes the biggest difference.
It does
To
make a
roll
difference.
it underneath the cuticle and just tuck back that living tissue and get that perfect finish is everything. So what you're cutting with is the most important. Treat to yourself and your clients is a cuticle pusher.
Yeah. Anything else is probably a luxury.
Oh yeah.
It's not necessary. They're not necessary. You can do a good job without them.
Yeah,
But
but then
they're
a
nice to have.
knife as well. Then to remove everything, you're going to get less lifting. But yeah, I do get what you're saying. But again, the tools of your trade, aren't they?
Mm-hmm.
It's like a carpenter wouldn't turn up with, just one saw and one chisel. Do you know what I mean?
From Aldi Middle Aisle.
Nice
happening,
one,
is it?
nice one.
I don't know. I got a angle grinder from there.
Jesus.
Bloody great.
Is that what you use on your feet?
I should actually. Rafi and I were doing stuff the other day. He says, "Do you have protective goggles, sir?" And I pulled out my sunglasses, whacked them on, and it was sparks going everywhere.
You do need to be more safety conscious.
And that was
Chris.
just my big toe.
But there's a reason that we don't offer tools. So OGs might remember that for a small period of time, not long after Nail Order launched, way before we had any gels or full cover tips, we had just the cuticle oil, sanitizer merch, we did a range of tools. And actually, we were talking about this earlier, we still have some of them lying around in terms of nippers, and they're actually, some of them are all right. But for the most, they're nothing on the ones that like Lucy and Nat had.
As soon as you pick up the LP ones, you can feel the difference.
And I think there's just such a difference between the ones that like people who are niched down into tools, like yourself and Willow and people like that, like you're niched down into that, the quality level is so completely different to something that a gel brand is offering, because that's not our bread and butter. That's not, we're not specialised.
It's good to specialise in what you do.
Yeah.
Your R&D, all your focus is making that the best it can be.
And this is going to upset some people.
Go for it. That's what this pod's all about.
Is it?
Rebecca pisses people off all the time.
Yeah, Americans and
people from the North Yorkshire.
Jesus.
Right. I forgot what I was going to say. It's because I've been up since...
We talked about brands.
Oh yeah, I hate when people say #everything and then their brand name.
Yeah.
Because I think, I don't really want to invest in someone that's everything, got their finger in every hen knows pie. I want someone that's specialised in what they do, and like they've worked really hard. So I will tell you about our tools, and we had a huge discussion about them last year, and it was whether to pull them or not.
What?
Because we decided no. It's what we're known for. We make...
Because you don't make any money on them. I know.
No money on the tools.
Yeah.
Slightly when it comes to the uncoated, because of the coating process. It's all done in the UK, and we hand deliver them to the separate places. So we're not even taking travel cost into consideration when we're working out the price of the tool. It's insane how much we pay. They are the best quality tools you can buy, and the only tools manufactured now in the UK.
And we sell all of Lucy's stuff in our shop, and we don't sell the black tools because there isn't enough of a margin in it for Lucy to sell them to us, for us to sell them on.
Yeah, so if you look at everyone we wholesale to, so you guys, Ellison's, Chris and Sons, etc., none of them have our tools because we haven't got the markup ourselves, never mind for someone else, and to retail them. And I like obviously the box and the card and the spray and the bag, and
you never even take those things into consideration.
No,
do you? I know
you can't. So, but I feel like it's true to us and what we started with, and can you imagine not selling them?
I can't believe you were considering getting rid of them.
It was just because but then since then we've launched them in gold, give the people what they want. But really interesting.
You've gone from maybe pulling them to just, you know what, we'll do more colours.
Yeah.
So
double down. Screw it, let's go.
Yeah. So we're going to do them. We've decided we're going to carry on doing them, so we might as well just spend all our money on them.
So your prices are, compared to like other brands out there, your prices are so reasonable.
We try. That's what when you first start your company, I think the most important thing is to write your mission statement and then stay true to that. And it was provide good quality tools at a good price point, because initially our whole brand was to supply students with EFAR kits. So we really, really always wanted to be affordable. So when we're working with wholesalers and they're like grilling us for a better percentage, I'm like, hon, we already are working at our best percentage right now because we're trying to make things as affordable for our customers as it is. So we don't do constant sales because it'd kill it.
I was going to say
that's why wholesalers are chasing you, because they can already see the relatively inexpensive prices for the good quality.
Yeah.
So they want a piece of that action.
Yeah.
Because they know that.
Yeah. But when you explain to them, but I'm not making any money.
We've just said no. We've lost massive contracts before, so they've said no for 5%, and I think, it's my decision to make, but I just think it is why it is.
No,
you can't always do it, can you?
I would say if you are looking for new tools right now and you're like, do you know what, I would like to invest in, maybe you've been using tools off Amazon, eBay, etc., and now you're thinking, do you know what, I want to upgrade my game right now. I want to get some tools that are a little bit more specialist. I couldn't recommend enough the uncoated ones that Lucy sells. I am using the uncoated nippers right now. I've got the black ones as well. I've got like a mixture of the silver and the black, and the price of the uncoated ones for the quality that you're getting is honestly second to none. And I'm not saying that because Lucy's my friend. I'm saying that because genuinely I believe it.
But you wouldn't say it because then people are going to buy it and be like, Becca.
No, go and buy it. Honestly, if you're thinking about upping your tool game, you don't have a huge budget and you don't care about looks or silver, maybe just fits your aesthetic, go and grab the uncoated ones.
They're nice, like they're the tools, but they're obviously uncoated. That's why they're called uncoated. They've not got the DLC coating on them like the black ones have. But they are surgically sharp, and they are a nice, like almost gunmetal grey colour. But I found this really interesting because our manufacturer is based in Yorkshire, so we've had so much to do with them. There's a reason for every tool within different industries. So before any tool was used for nails, it had a medical purpose. So our cuticle scissors, which are my favourite thing to use as part of a e-file prep, because I like the combination of tools and e-file. The cuticle scissors are heart valve scissors.
Heart valve scissors?
So they are so small for cutting.
They're so light. They're like feather light.
Yeah.
So if you think if someone's having major heart surgery, that's probably £5,000 at least surgery. So then they would be
£5,000.
Well, no, that's what it'd cost. You know, if you were having open heart surgery.
And you're paying for it yourself, not
and you're
the
paying
NHS.
for it yourself and not on the NHS.
No, you'd be like over £50,000.
Right, okay, yeah, then add a zero.
You can't even get a hip for £5,000.
Right, okay, so you can't even get a hip for £5,000.
You'd maybe be near £100,000.
Okay, yeah. So then they're disposable, aren't they?
Yeah,
Because that's the tool that they're
Because
using.
once they've cut once, they're not sharp.
Probably, yeah, because they cut for that surgery and then that'd be done. Whereas in the nail industry, we use them for years, but that's what they originate from.
That's
so
amazing.
all the tools have, and that's what our manufacturer does, supplies the
It's
medical
the same
industry.
As the, our dusting brushes, our
Yeah, they're for
nail
scrubs.
dusting brushes. They're scrubs, so they usually come packaged, sterile package covered in iodine.
Ah,
So they're for surgery as well. It's so funny, isn't it?
yeah. So things have that medical
Yeah.
background. You know, talking about equipment, our most popular selling item at the moment on TikTok is the Ultra Clean.
Clean.
It's huge. They've
Let
really.
me tell you something about that goddamn Ultra Clean, Lucy.
Have you got one?
Yeah,
Well,
it sits in a
things.
really awkward
It
position
sits
in the
in an awkward
warehouse.
position, right? And there's
'Cause
a
it's like-
kettle beside it,
Because there's a plug
right? There's two plugs.
and there's water because it's beside a sink. Right? So that's
I
what
think
Ticks every box.
ticks every box.
One of those plugs is taken up by the doorbell.
I never, ever, ever unplug that doorbell. Can I say I went to plug it in this morning and there was no doorbell
Yeah,
there?
because we moved it. So the doorbell's there. Rebecca unplugs the doorbell.
I have never done that.
Plugs
and
the
left it.
Ultra Clean in, clicks the kettle to make herself a cup of tea, walks off. Customers come into the shop, we can't even hear them because the doorbell doesn't go. There you go. Sorry, carry on about your Ultra Clean.
But her jewellery's lovely and clean.
It's
Yes,
just delicious
no, but
looking.
and obviously all my bits and bobs as well. So
Yeah.
no, I think Ultra Clean is fantastic. Again, a really inexpensive piece of equipment.
So
It's
cheap.
kinda
How much are
one
they?
of-
Like 40, 50 quid?
£55,
God's sake.
including the detergent.
There you go.
So, I mean, they're not the best thing you can use within the industry for
No,
cleaning.
You're going to be a.
It will be an autoclave at around £1,500, but for 55 you can kill 99.9999%, and the detergent is made by, again, the company that make cleaning solutions for the NHS in the UK. All has the batch number, lot number on everything that to be used in hospitals, and it kills MRSA in 30 seconds in your Ultra Clean. £55, pop your tools in.
Amazing.
The room smells clean. You're showing your clients that you're cleaning your tools in front of them. I just think it's the best investment, but people obviously know that because they fly out.
And when Lucy's saying an autoclave is £1,500, people are probably thinking, oh, I've seen one on eBay for like 150 quid.
rubbish.
That is not doing the same thing.
Yeah.
You needed to do the
Medical
job that you'd be
grade.
looking for. It has to be dental grade autoclave, and they are, like Lucy said, 1,500 quid.
How long is the cycle? How long is it on for?
So there's 5 different settings. It automatically comes on at 180.
I was about to say I use 180.
But you can set it down to 90. But 180, pop everything in. So dust brushes, how nice to clean you. How many nail techs don't clean their dust brushes?
We always just throw us into the autoclave.
Yeah, so we sell ours in packs of 5 and pop them in the Ultra Clean. And
Here's the thing with Ultra Clean. I always see it as, that time trade-off. Imagine you come to the end of your treatment and the clients get their cuticles on and everything else. You grab your mani mat, you swipe everything up, you just throw everything into your
Ultra Clean.
Ultra Clean, put everything in your mani mat into the bin, and you go up and you serve them, and it's doing all the work for you.
Yeah.
You come back, it's already done.
Do you know what I saw? I've seen nail techs charging their clients for jewellery cleaning
that's-
service.
Whilst you're doing their nails, that can be sitting, buzzing away.
Yeah.
And the
I
difference
put my
it makes.
phone case in it.
Really?
Yeah.
I put my rings in there at least once every fortnight. At least.
Everything like that.
Do you put your watch in?
I need to. Well, yeah, I do, but but they're due. Yeah. Everything.
Honestly, it makes them sparkle, and you don't have to do anything.
I know.
To it. You literally with my rings, put them in, super sparkly.
Because you can use the detergent. So you use 15 ml of the detergent. It comes in with a little measuring cap in the Ultra Clean, but you use 5 ml in a dip pot or like a barbicide pot. You can just use that, but why would you then want to sit there scrubbing, like Chris says, as you literally taking payment and sitting your next client down? You lift the basket out, your tools are clean to a medical standard, ready to use again.
It's wild. It's wild that people don't use these things that are now available. But it's like if somebody said to you, you're not allowed to use your washing machine anymore. You've got to hand wash your clothes.
Oh my God.
You'd be up in arms because you know it's never going to be as clean as a washing
It's
machine.
never going to be as clean. It's going to...
You'd be up in the people of Sheffield have spoken. They need handles and washing machines.
Give us our washing machines back.
But that's the thing, I think once you have one of these tools, it's relatively inexpensive. And you said you did 2 sales a year. So I'm guessing probably Easter sale, Black Friday, same as nail order. I mean, we're a couple of months out.
I don't know what we did for Black Friday last year. Was it 20% off electricals? Or 15%?
I thought you were 15%, but...
Might have been 15% off electricals. So it's £55 minus 15%.
Do you sell it on TikTok Shop?
Yeah.
Because guys...
And they love to just put a random sale on and not tell you anyway.
There you go.
Yeah.
That's exactly
Keep your eyes peeled.
People get given a lot of vouchers that are exclusive to them. Yeah. So, go.
I think if
we
you have
sell
markers
loads
as well
on TikTok Shop.
Sophia was saying today on our TikTok live, because we hit a certain milestone with markers. I don't know what the milestone was. Basically, TikTok was saying we're going to give everyone who's ordering or trying to order a 10% off discount codes. It's not something we had to do. TikTok are just doing it.
They are taking away from their cut. Yeah.
So
just quickly going back to tools, hand tools. How often would you say people should be replacing their hand tools?
Right, this is interesting. You should consider these as consumables as well. So when you're doing your pricing calculator, put your tools in there too, because I think people, nail techs would think, oh, I've just spent £50 on some nippers and they're for life. They're not. You need to keep them surgically sharp. You need to not use them on any kind of product or lifting to prize away anything strong. Don't use it on anything apart from the living tissue.
What you should have is your old pair, which you can use for your lifting.
Yeah.
And then your new pair, which is only for living tissue.
Yeah, seriously, it makes a huge difference. We don't service our tools because you cannot guarantee that you would ever get the alignment of the nippers back. So to service nippers, you would take them apart, sharpen them, put them back together, and the chances of them being put back together were 50%. Could you charge for
the spring?
Yeah, because of the spring, because the alignment of the tool. Could I charge and make a client wait?
How much would you have to charge for that service to cover shipping both ways and they're actually doing it? You'd have to charge at least, what, 25 quid?
At least. Right. And then only 50% of the time. However, if you've already bought from us, you can message us. We'll give you a discount code to then replenish your tools.
How much is a pair of uncoated nippers? 40 something?
I don't know.
Right, well.
Stand by.
Are we on? Have you got it, Chris?
I'm looking.
Oh, for goodness sake.
34.
Right. £34, right? Why are you even... Number one, why are you charging so little for them? And number two...
Katie will be listening to this podcast
I think Katie put them as £42, that's what I'm going to say. Oh, for goodness sake, your black ones are only $45.50. Right,
plus that.
Why are you even considering getting them sharpened?
They come in the gorgeous, most... microfiber bag sprayed with the LP scent. I feel like it's a whole experience.
Mm-hmm. So how often would you replace your nippers?
It depends how busy you are. Again, I always think this about full-time busy nail tech. Would you have a couple of pairs?
I as soon as we started talking about that, I thought in my head the same thing as you. Personally, we always had backups of everything.
Always backups.
So I would have a backup, and when I started reaching for that one pair, I'd be thinking, right, time to retire that other pair, use it for my lifting, etc., etc.
For £34, and then we have sales.
Yeah.
Do you know? I think nippers. I think you change them as often as every year.
Yeah, I do, but I really don't think people see it as that.
They don't.
Which is fine. They do last longer. They are the best you're going to buy.
In our price,
I actually can say that. Yeah. They are the best nippers you can buy.
In our pricing calculator, we encourage people to put all of their equipment in as a consumable. Yeah. Because it doesn't matter if it's your table light, your UV light, your nippers, your pusher, all of it has a life expectancy, a shelf life, and all of it, every time you're using, is devaluing.
It's like as a company, when you do your company accounts every year, any equipment, it depreciates.
Yeah, like a table.
Yeah, everything.
Yeah. So
One thing I would say is be smart when it comes to sales. For instance, if you stock the whole of Lucy's tool range, be smart. Maybe shop some of them in the Black Friday sale. Shop some of them in the Easter sale.
You can buy them as a money saving kit, as well.
Yeah, okay. But say you're new and you're just doing it one at a time.
Or say that you're just replenishing your nippers, because you're not going to need to replenish your pusher as often as you're replenishing your nippers. Your pusher you might use for like 4 years, and until you think, do you know what, it's all a bit scraped up, time for a new one. But your nippers you're going to replenish probably 4 times before you buy a new pusher.
Okay.
You should. But we're all guilty of it.
All of us.
Holding on to something, do you know?
Yeah.
I am.
What do you hold on to?
Anger.
Anger.
He's going to say his
Let
wife.
it go.
Hendos.
Yeah, if you don't have any pie, it's going to sit in your cupboard for ages.
I've actually had that for a long time. Should I replace my Hendos?
I think it'll be good. I think it's probably one of those things
It's like a yeasty, fermented already type thing.
Calm yourself. Don't
say nasty things. I don't know if it's got yeast in it.
It's not
That's
nasty.
You're creating your rumours there.
Yeah, yeasty boys. Jeez.
Right, listen. I reckon it'll just get better over time.
Yeah. It's kind of like a fine
And do you
wine.
know what they do when you're from Sheffield? They do there's 2 Sheffield football clubs and you can buy them with either of the football clubs on.
Whoa.
They used to do that here with Rangers and Celtic and that Tenants dishwasher that they sell lager beer, terrible stuff.
Oh yeah, because once I went to tea in the park.
Wow, did you?
Yeah, nearly died.
Yeah,
like drowned. And
swimming just from
honestly,
stage to stage.
Yeah, it was bad, and they had tenants there. Becca's like, let's move this.
It's because they were the sponsor.
Yeah,
tea in the park.
Oh,
I see.
Listen, I get it now.
Wow.
Yeah.
But quickly going back to the Ultra Clean, a relatively low cost item, effective, lower cost item that's going to be used very frequently. You kind of probably want to replace that once a year. I would imagine.
Nah.
I think if I was using that,
when it's given up, I reckon. I don't think if it's working, let it work.
Oh yeah, but what I'm saying is people need to have expectations over items. So if it's like a lower cost electrical item that is getting used all the time, mind you, we were talking about hairdryers today. Yep. We inherited our hairdryer and it was a cheap, crappy one as it is. And
from who? Your nan?
His mum.
Oh
no! She gave it to us. She gave it to him before.
Not because she kicked the bucket and I went out to her
No,
house.
she just gave it to us. But it's like
she's died. At least we've got her.
It's a long time.
Oh, stop making. This is horrible. I've got a Dyson, so if that broke, I'd be fuming.
Well, ironically, the Dysons that we had when we had our hair salon, we got Dyson hair dryers, and they were.
What business did you not have?
Everything. We've had everything. Apart from a bag company.
No, it's always been in like. Beauty,
in the pipe,
really.
Yeah, and fashion.
Yeah, well, yeah, I would say like beauty, fashion is like beauty as well.
No, actually, 2 very separate industries there, Becca.
Is it? Right, sorry. Nothing ever in hospitality.
Yet, but I have 2.
Pie.
I have 2 Instagrams that are all to do with hospitality. 2 complete. When Rebecca and I retire, we go to Barbados and
we have a business idea and name and website. For pretty much every industry going, even ones that you'd be like, that is really, really random. Yeah. We've got them all done. Named, website, domain bought, ready to go.
Yep.
I'm so interested.
We'll tell you about one after.
But there's
this.
one that's we can't get through the trademark thing, but that's another story for
that's for a legit business that you want.
That's an actual legit one. No, we'll sort that out. But yeah.
And I think that's a great note to end on because we've been here for a long time and all this talk about pies is making me hungry. One thing I will say is you do dust extractors.
Also,
go and sling a dust extractor. How good are they?
No, it isn't about that. Yeah, they're obviously good, but we're not. Obviously, you should buy whatever.
If you want to live.
No, we didn't. We came on this podcast.
We're talking about investing.
And you just said we're going to talk about investing in tools. And I said, no, it should be about investing in equipment in general. And we didn't say what we were going to discuss at all. You said,
let's just go with it.
Yeah, let's just go with it. So,
and we're not saying you got to buy our things. We're saying invest in quality ones.
For dust extractor on the course, say buy mine, buy someone else's. Honestly, it doesn't matter. But for your health, it is so important. Mm-hmm. Most nail products are carcinogenic when you breathe it in.
Yeah, or can cause respiratory irritation. So
yeah, I once did a video on TikTok. And I said, I've just Googled and the effects of nail dust long term for your health. And I just read some facts out. It was scary. The comments that we got off that video, people were saying like, I'm waiting for surgery now, can't do nails anymore, this, that. It was crazy. So the reason people buy the LP one is because it's not too loud.
Yeah.
It measured at 60 decibel, which is the same as, 70 decibel is a hairdryer. So 60 is the same as a conversation. You can carry on talking to your clients like normal when that's turned on. The reason is because I went into so many salons and they would have the dust extractors built into the desk.
Yep.
They've made the investment.
Yep.
They wouldn't have it turned on because when you're working on your client, you can be talking about quite, I don't know, my clients, it wasn't ever about the weather. It was about, we said earlier, you've been doing the nails for years, you've got a relationship, and then you don't want to be like, oh yeah, I'm a hamster. And then you're like, hang on one sec. It feels a little bit insensitive no matter what you're talking about. So to have something that then you can just turn on and you can carry on having that conversation, to me was important.
It's also, I think, see the mobility and the portability
of it.
I think something else, because like you said, the ones that are invested are the ones that are integrated into the desk. Either you turn it on and it would sound like you're in the back of a jet plane, or they would never clear it out.
God, never clear them
out. Oh yeah, and then you'd see all the dust. That's a really good point.
Or they have it covered by towels and stuff anyway.
Oh yeah, can't pull through.
So
we've had some people, we've had some emails before saying it's not sucking everything in because there's some dust on the metal grill. Obviously, you can't pull through metal, so there will be a little bit on the top because maybe not too obvious.
It's called physics, I think. But yeah.
Oh no, I do understand that they might think it'd suck in from every angle, but it does draw down. But so it could get.
I think you've got to trade off with everything. You can have like a 90 decibel thing, and it probably will suck that because it's
again. You can spend £1,500.
Lucy's not going to claim that hers is the best in the world. That's going to extract the most. She'll say that her e-file is like one of the best, but not her dust extractor. But
it's affordable.
It's affordable and it's
under £200.
Portable, cleanable, which is one of the things that I think. The thing is, you can have the biggest dust extractor in the world, but if you don't clean it, it stops eventually working.
Someone I used to know had a dust extractor, ginormous unit that they used to use in carpentry and stuff, and it was so loud, and that was probably like amazing,
super effective,
amazing. Yeah. However, it's just not what we were aiming to do.
Yeah.
Also, we didn't really know how it was going to go, and I wanted to get something that was, again, with students in mind,
accessible.
That's what we've always tried to be, and they just fly out. The nude ones especially now.
So that's it, guys.
And the acetone resistant.
Yes.
I like that. The supplier said they wouldn't say to us, our manufacturer said, we're not saying that they're acetone resistant.
It's our little friend, he never leaves.
Little fly in here. And I just poured acetone onto it.
That's
and I was
what we
like,
did with our lamps.
Is.
Same here. Same
with lamps,
but yeah, so we're not saying go to buy from us. We're saying invest in quality, quality equipment, and think about the lifespan of equipment, because that's really important and something that people really don't think about. But I think in order of priority, your lamp is going to be at the top.
And factor the cost of these into your treatments because they're not forever.
And how are you going to do that, Lucy? How are you going to work out your costs?
You're going to go onto the Nail Order website and download the app, or go into your app store and download the app.
And how much does this cost, this pricing calculator?
It's free. And Chris has been working on it.
Yeah.
How long has he been talking about this goddamn app?
When we went to Nashville last May, not May gone, the May before.
Yep.
What was it, May?
24.
Yeah.
2024. Yeah, over a year ago.
June, July, August, 15 months. You told me about it, so you're working on it previous to that.
Yep.
So do it for Chris if you do it for him.
Even if you don't use Nail Order, who cares? Go and use the goddamn pricing calculator.
You can use it if you don't use Nail Order.
Yeah. You just got to have an account to be a professional.
Don't have to buy it.
And how much is it to get an account?
Nothing. And the best part is you can use it if you're a hairdresser, if you're a brow tech, a lash tech, whatever. If you offer service, you could be a bloody joiner, and you could offer.
Yeah, because quickly, just let's say every single nail tech I'd say most nail techs charge what they charge based on the salon up the road or what they used to pay.
We've all done that. We've all been there.
We've all done it. But they could rent a building. You could have a mortgage. They might use substandard products. You've invested in the premium products. Everybody is different. You have to work your prices out for you. And trust me, if you put your prices up £5, I know so many people are so scared to always do it.
We were scared. We were terrified, but it never, ever negatively affected us.
And if you lose one client, but you've put your prices up a £5, good. Because
Quids in.
because you're still earning more money,
Yeah.
and then you can work less.
And also, they're not a valuable client because they
Yeah.
didn't value you.
Yeah, and that's why you start as you mean to go on as well.
Yes.
So when you first qualify, I always say offer more for the the treatment. So let's say you want to charge 40 but offer free toes as well.
Yeah.
So they're used to spending 40 but they get addicted to a new treatment.
Or
Yeah.
set your prices and then go.
We could just do
This is-
millions of podcasts.
We could just sit here all night.
Well, do you know something, guys? I just want to say something. Nail on Sunday podcast only came around because when I pitched the idea of Lucy and Rebecca doing a podcast in Nashville 2024, but let's be honest, I mean, you can see by Lucy's tattoo there. She was too busy with her cowboy hat on, loving life.
Tatted up.
Loving life.
We had a really lovely time. But I was a bit worried that if you talked about anything, you'd come across negative. You want to do your brand justice always.
Always.
But I think we're just real.
Yeah, that's the thing. You guys are a real
Real.
Instagram
For
reel.
real.
For real.
For real.
Well, Lucy, it was great having you on the pod. I'm going to have to edit most of this out.
Are you actually?
Yeah, all that
you will
swearing. That's she feels like a trooper. Everybody. She
I've
feels like
literally not sworn once,
Not
have
even
I?
one time.
I
Not
nearly
like your
said,
son.
I know. I nearly said knackered earlier.
Bloody hell.
Okay, I'll definitely beep that. So normally we end this pod by saying, "What are we doing for the rest of the day, honey?" But I'll just say, "Lucy, what are we doing for the rest of the day?"
Going for food. I'm gonna have a
for
little
five.
wine.
Oh, you having wine?
Just a little one.
Oh, I might have a beer.
Yeah, you should. It's only Wednesday once a week.
I mid-
Wine Wednesday.
Oh, I had Winter Wednesday early, and I've got IPA Wednesday.
YPA. Why?
Excellent. Okay, honey.
We've gone delirious.
Excellent. Do you want to get us out of here?
Yes.
You need to tell us. how
You're
to
going to
do it.
get ready.
Yeah.
It's just weird because I'm on the wrong side.
That's okay. Yeah.
As always, guys, if you enjoyed that, please give us a thumbs up. Let us know what we should talk about next and be sure to subscribe.
Tune in here alone Sunday, all the tea getting spilled. Nail text talking gang.
Just stop there. See the camera, this one right here? That's facing you, so it's right on like a really good line. It's like really smoking hot. What I need you to do is see this microphone.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah. You can
So
move
you
it.
were sandwiching me then. You wanted to I'm going to say something nice, but Lucy actually talked more into the mic.
Otherwise, it just the thing is, it only
pointless.
picks up you.
Okay. Okay, so obviously your 6 inch is different to mine. Yeah, are you talking about a man's 6 inch or a woman's 6 inch? Because there's two very big
Very
differences
different.
there.
Okay, that'll be one of the outtakes. Excellent.
I feel like my level's quite high. Like, look how high up it's going when I'm speaking.
Mum and dad.
Huh?
Like mum and dad.
How shiny I look.
I'm shiny.
Don't worry, Chris will get all this in post. So, Lucy, if you can.
Have we started?
Yeah, no. We've still got an intro and stuff to do. So bring the
Oh, do you want me
microphone-
to make a jingle?
Oh, please
That's
do.
what you want.
But what to do is bring the microphone a bit closer to you. You want to be, I know you don't know what 6 inches is, but if you're 6 inches away from your mouth, that's roughly where you want to be, and you want to speak into the to the thing. Right, do my
can't
jingle.
sing.
Do my jingle. Sing the Lucy. the
Okay,
Lucy.
yeah.
Go
Okay.
for it.
So you want me to what is it? Write the theme tune, sing the tune.
Write the theme tune, sing the theme tune.
Like is it like
Oh wow.
we needed wine. I needed to practice something. Chris and Becca podcast.
Wow.
It's actually quite angelic.
Wow.
I think it's the egg. I think it's this room.
It's the egg box. It's the egg box room.
It's the egg box effect.
What came first? The
That'll do it for you.
egg box.
Live.